Friday, where we are here to listen to great guests we bring on the show. We get inspired, we get educated, we get informed of various things we need to know as humans. Thank you very much. I can see people are joining in now on the screen. Thank you very much for joining in. Remember to invite somebody to remember to comment, remember to share the video and let us all be blessed from the message that we have for today. So, today I've got a very important guest. He's an evangelist, a drama minister, and the drama, well, the series I've watched so far. In fact, I had to start from the very beginning, and I was glued to it. I just kept watching, and then sometimes I'm like, hey, I have got work to do, and had to stop. Even my children, because the very first was, Christian home is the best. Uh, husband and wife all love each other sincerely. Oh, that song, I just realized that even the new episodes now have actually they've changed the song and it's been updated or upgraded, whichever word you want to use. So I started from this episode one. I just couldn't wait to get to the bridge episode or series, and my goodness, it is something else. I want you to watch it. Before I call on the screen, I'd like to share with you the drama ministry I'm talking about, and that is the Ayobami Adegboyega Gospel Films TV. That is their website. You can go on there. You will see loads of videos. No, not that one. I've just gone to my one. Yeah, you see loads of videos on there, and I tell you, yes, inspiring videos. It is a must watch. But hey, let me not say too much. Let me not say too much. For those who are like, who are these people? I've not heard them before. I've not heard about them. I will be showing you. Oh, actually, I haven't brought it on the screen. Yes, this is it on the screen. You can see on there. Yes, the Ayobami Adegboyega Gospel Films TV, and so many. So I'm on the bridge one. I've not even got to three yet. I just finished bridge one, going into bridge two, and I can't wait to see what it is. So it just whets your appetite every time, and it's all inspiring. But hey, let me not say too much. Like I said, let's go straight right into the interview with Mr. and Mrs. Adegboyega. But hey, Mrs. is not available today, but I am sure Mr. is Pastor Wright, actually. Is it Pastor Wright is able to put us in the right direction? Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you very much for coming here.
Thank you very much. Good evening.
Good evening.
Depending on when and where you're watching from. Thank you so much for having me. Once again, I'm a gospel filmmaker. I'm a producer, a writer, and a director. I'm an evangelist by call, and it's a privilege for me to be here. So much for what you are doing. That's the work of the gospel. God bless you. And I want to also apologize because my wife is not. I have to just squeeze this time, to thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. I should be thanking you because I know how I thought you would be on set at the moment or directing a film or producing something. That's the life of a drama minister. For you to find time is a privilege and it's an honor. Thank you very, very, very much for squeezing out time. I won't take too much of your time because I know you have to be somewhere tonight, but we'll go straight right into it. Now, first question is, what inspired you to choose the theme of marriage for your drama series?
Yeah. God inspired me because if I was all my idea, I may be wrong. because you see, husband and wife didn't start when I started making movies. I've been in the movie industry or movie ministry for quite a privilege to be called into ministry early in life. I was just a little above 20 when I was called. So my fame, as I remember, there was a time that someone said that most of my stories we have to do, just walk around relationships, love. Even if I want to talk about deliverance, I want to approach the work of salvation, I want to approach. I don't know. Just that person just pointed my attention to it, that it will always move around. When about 4 years ago, the Lord said to me that He wanted series, husband and wife series on weekly basis. We started, but we could not continue. I think we shot about 4 episodes, and we got stopped. Before then, we started again, and we continued like that. So, just like the Lord said to form your mother's womb, I knew. So it was an idea orchestrated. Discover that when I discovered it, to it, that this is God really wants us to focus on. And you will agree with me that for any influence you will have on humanity, on the institution himself, instituted marriage first before any other institution, before government, before business, even before the church. Marriage institution was the first. So I believe God was the one who inspired me, and I'm grateful to God for that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I think there is a bit of the audio is not great. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why, but before we go on further, I would like to show just a little bit of a clip that every is this scene you call it? Every scene of your videos are always inspiring in the sense that it brings out a message. Every part of it, there's no wasting of time. It's always a message from every scene of it. Every part of the scene you shoot. I don't know if it's scene that you call it in drum, but everything you show is there's always a message there. And I will show this one. So while I'm trying to show that, help me see if you can help me tidy up the audio from your end while I try to show this bit of the clip, because the audio is not at the moment. So I will show this part of the video. It is so inspiring. Just day-to-day dealings that we have. Let me bring this up on the screen. Yes, and you're gonna hear that very soon. So I just show a clip of it. You can go back to watch it fully. Go back to watch it. I thought I had subscribed. How come you're saying that? Okay, maybe you have more than one. Yeah, maybe you have more than one channel. But yeah.
Auntie, even a snail is faster than you. I beg, do fast and clean now. Madam will soon be back and I have to make dinner. Can you hurry up?
But if you help me to be faster.
The last time I checked, I was not paid to clean.
Wow.
Yes.
So we only do what we are paid for.
See, that one is your business in this house. You see all this bureaucracy and nonsense eye service that you are doing in this house just to win the favor of the Michael Douglas. It cannot work. You hear me, ba? You might be able to fool Lewis out, but you see me, you can't fool me. Nonsense.
Okay, so that bit, even though it's not marriage, but that's why I said every part of the scene, even either with husband and wife or not, it always brings out a message. And I decided to stop that now because, YouTube is going to say, oh, copyright. So, and I'm sure because I have Evangelist Adegboyegas here, I have got the permission automatically to just show this. And I would like you to really watch this. Let's continue. Let's see what happens here.
Sense.
Well, order will always be a threat to disorder. Same way, diligence will always be a threat to lifestyle.
Hey! I can slap you! I can really slap you. Now me one day give motivational speech. See, we are not on the same level, so you have to be very careful with the way you talk to me in this house. Nonsense.
Freda,
Slap
me
before.
We are both workers here. You really don't have to be auntie.
It is your poor fathers and your unborn children that are haughty. You this good for nothing cleaner. Don't worry. You will eventually leave this place for me because you see this house, it cannot have two masters. Nonsense. You know go talk, Abi. Okay, you are using me to do silence is the best answer for a fool. You are even indirectly calling me a fool, Abi. Talk am. You just talk and me see if I no go days you slap. Call me bastard. Nonsense. No be your fault at all. Now condition I make crayfish bend way they do me all this thing we do.
Okay, so we'll stop it there. And it's just to show you hello Evangelist, are you there? So it's just to show you a bit of what happens you know, in the series of husband and wife series. It's usually, oh, thank you very much. Someone has joined us, Pastor Adekunbi Ajayi. Thank you very much for joining in. Thank you very much for joining in. So Evangelist, are you there? Okay, so I think he's still trying to sort out the audio. And that is just a few of, you know, just one of those things you see in their movies. Even if it's not with husband and wife, you see that it's got a message like what we've just watched. If I ask you to tell me what the message is from there, is anyone able to? Those of you online, are you able to tell me what message we could get from that short clip we just watched from the Ayobami Adegboyegas Christian film? If you can tell me, that would be great. It's all about conflict. How do you resolve conflict in marriage, outside marriage, for the young ones, for workers, amongst your colleagues at work? You know, how do we resolve conflict? So, Evangelist, we're waiting for you. Is not there yet. Is trying to sort out his audio. So how do we resolve conflicts? Those are things that the movie brings up. I'm hoping it's not the internet at this stage. Okay, while I think we're still waiting for him to come up, I will just show you a few of the clips again, and how they actually bring in reality into their drama. It's full of reality. It's full of you know, inspirational scenes here and there. And okay, I like this part too that I watched. So this is an interview session. Listen to this.
State management. I'm currently undergoing a professional course in sales and marketing, and I also run home lessons for students in secondary school.
Impressive.
Thank you, sir.
Now, what makes you think you can marry my daughter?
Sir?
You heard me. Why do you think you are the right man for my daughter?
Well.
Or you don't have an answer?
So that is a part of like an interview for an in-law. Oh, nice. You're back here. So I was just trying to reach you. Is back. All right. So that was something I liked to. I like that interview bit with the in-law, a father. Well, supposedly, how do I say it? An marriage interview between a father-in-law. Well, it's not
That's
even
Otumba.
a
That's
father-in-law, sir.
Otumba Michael Douglas again.
Yes, and the um interviewee who wants to be his father-in-law. I like that part as well. So many parts, you know. So from the part we showed, I was asking, what did we learn from the first clip? It says we should refuse to descend to the level of the person winding us up. Yes, those who are winding us up, do not descend to their level. Thank you very much, Pastor Ajayi. That's it. That's one lesson we learned from there. So back to you, sir. Now, one of the questions I'd like to ask, because I know I have to let you go on time, is what challenges did you face in capturing all the ups and downs, the roller coaster of marriage realistically in your storytelling? What were those challenges you faced? Okay, internet, do not mess us up tonight. We are ready to learn. Okay, I'm not sure why I think it's the internet. Oh, internet. You see why we have to do this very rapidly before the internet goes haywire. All right. While I'm trying to get him online again, I will show you. I will show you the clip. I'll show you a clip of what. I'll show you one clip again.
Yes, sir. No, I mean,
Let me tell you something. Listen to me, young man. I was like you many years ago. I was ready for life. I was wild, ready to take up the whole world.
Okay, without now that I've got you back on, let's ask that question again. I said, what challenges did you face in capturing all the ups and downs of marriage realistically in your storytelling? Did you hear my question?
You know, in not just the marriage storytelling, generally when you are telling story. Yeah, I heard you. So there are challenges that you face in capturing, reality in the marital challenges, because for every home there are peculiarities. Okay, and one of the niche of our story is that we address maritally, realistically. Most times when I see the way we conclude, the way other producers conclude about story regarding marriage, I'm like, oh, at this marriage, are they married to angel? That you are born again doesn't mean that there are no challenges in marriage. So we give detail to everyone that is watching our story to be able to relate with the story. Most times when we portray messages in our film, people find it difficult to relate. They are like, am I less of a believer? What is wrong with me? Because it does not mean that she's an angel. There's this, there's this, they still have challenges. They still have issues to deal with. So what we do is to ensure that the happenings in the messages in the stories are real. Let it be real. Let it be real. God did not create us the same way. But once you see gospel fame, you will want to portray an ideal Christian woman same way, a pastor same way. So we try to look for peculiar. We try to look for, and most times the things we see in our day-to-day work. Growing up as a young boy, I've seen marriages. I've seen how some people will be fighting every day and they cannot live themselves. Some people, they have not fought for days, they fight once. They will be separated, people will have to intervene and all of that. So I've seen a lot that now God is using to help in developing some of these stories. But one thing that is a major challenge anytime we are another production is the reality. How real is this? How will people be able to relate with this story we are telling? Because there are stories out there, there are messages can see themselves in the story. I mean, and this has really, really blown our minds. How that we get responses on, this is my life. This is what is happening to me in my marriage. This is what I'm facing. Sister is facing in her marriage. That
Okay, it seems the internet has interrupted our transmission again. But what I will do is I will show the remaining part of that clip I was showing you earlier, and we look at let's look at that let's look at that bit that really
I've been able to establish needed relationships to aid my soft landing. Although I've got no reply yet, but I'm sure they will materialize very soon.
Impressive, impressive.
Lulu fits perfectly into.
Lulu? Who is Lulu?
Oh, I mean, Louisa fits into my plans and vision.
Oh, Lulu, that sounds funny.
She has both national and international knowledge. Kudos to you, sir, for giving her the best education money can afford. She is smart, a goal-getter.
Okay. Now, if that is the case, why then must you marry her? Why don't you make her your business partner so that you can both work it out in terms of business? You don't necessarily have to marry her, do you?
Sir, why do I have to take a bite of a bread if I can actually own the bakery?
that I like that. I like that so much. This is why do I have to take a bite of the bread when I can own the bakery? So much wisdom in there. Yeah. So the internet went off when you were dishing out some very
when I
cogent
can hold
points.
when I can hold
A bakery. Yeah. So over to you. You were saying something before the line went off. We were talking about what challenges did you face in capturing the nuances of marriage realistically in your storytelling. And I think, yeah.
I was talking about the importance of dealing with story in your story.
Okay, this is very typical of the internet. I know you're saying something out. You're saying something, but we can't really get it because of the internet again. So this is why sometimes it could be a challenge to get all of the juicy part of the message we need for the program on a live show. But hey, let's carry on with that. So this was oh, okay, I need to bring it up on the screen. So this was Otumba and his supposed to be in-law, where there was an interview. And yes, and that would take me to this bit where a lady was being advised by.
So normal that we even forget how marriage is meant to be.
Ma, I sometimes think I didn't marry right. When I look at my husband now,
So I'd like to say that is Mrs. Wright. That is the wife of our guest. She was supposed to be here today as well, but because of some other engagements, she couldn't make it here. Are you back? No, it's not back yet. Okay, the internet is still playing up on us. All right, so that's the wife. That's Mrs. Adegboyegas, who was supposed to be here with him, but she was engaged in something else. So thank you very much if you're watching, Mrs. Adegboyegas. Kudos to you. Kudos to what you do, and let's listen to the continuation while we wait for Evangelist to come back online.
he's a shadow of who I married over 26 years ago. He doesn't want to hear anything about God. He's always so aggressive. And I am not the cause of his predicament. So why does he always transfer his aggression to me?
Does he beat you?
Oh, ma. But with the rate at which things are going these days, he might one day.
If he has not always been like this, then something happened along the line. This is what I need you to do. Ignore the negativities. Focus on the positive side. Or there is nothing good about him that you can remember.
Well, he makes me laugh sometimes.
Good. Now, we will handle this issue on our knees. We cannot go to God with a sorrowful heart, because the Bible makes us to understand in Isaiah chapter 12 verse 3 that with joy we will draw from the well of salvation. When you are embittered, it becomes difficult for you to communicate with your Father. You see, my sister, the heart of your husband is in the hand of the Lord. Just like the Bible makes us to understand in Proverbs chapter 21 verse 1. You can decree his deliverance from whatever torment he is in.
I have never seen that scripture in that light before. Wow.
Thank God.
Okay, so now that we've got the attention of Pastor Wright, I will just change the question. I know I don't know, the internet is just playing us up, but I will ask another question. Are there specific messages or lessons about marriage that you hope viewers take away from your series?
Yeah, thank you. For every episode, there are lessons. One thing that we work towards is that when you see an episode, for every scene there are lessons. We are so intentional about ensuring that every single dialogue that you see in our series, either for your spiritual well-being, for your physical well-being, for your health care, for your mental health, there are lessons, there are messages in our series. We are deliberate about that. It may be short, each episode on Friday, but you will see that there are lessons. And there is no, if you go to our channel and you read the comments at the end of every episode, you see the way people relate with the episode. And you know, one funny thing is that when we work on film and then we put it online, and people begin to digest and begin to tell their experience, you are like, oh, so people relate with it differently. Most times when I conceive a message and we work on it and it becomes a film, it goes beyond what we have produced. Of course, we know that that is the work of the Holy Spirit when He breathes upon the project. So, but for every episode, there are lessons, not just one lesson. And I believe you can attest to that. Many people, share testimony that in their comment. Because from the script, we know where an episode starts, where an episode ends. So we ensure that, okay, for everyone that will come to this channel, let them learn something. And there has been responses regarding that.
Yeah.
Because a film is a way of life.
Yes.
And you have several things you learn in life. When you go to church, you learn from your pastor. You can learn from an usher. You can learn. So in our film, it's not even the major, character that is telling the whole story. Everyone that someone has a sin to do is telling a story and is passing across a message. So we ensure that you get message. And then another thing I want to say is that the messages you get in movies, some people come and they criticize some of your ideas. They are like, no, I don't. You have to fit into what you believe. It may be one person that can relate. And this will also help every filmmaker or content creator out there, that you don't judge your productions by general opinion of people. There are people God is sending you to. So it may be a particular sin. People are like, what's the relevance of this sin? Someone can relate with that sin. So that's why this work, has to take absolute dependence on the Holy Spirit and to know what He wants you to portray and put out there. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I've got just one more question, and it's in two parts. And that is your, I wouldn't say advice now. What would you say to someone who is about to get married? From all this series, I know you've gained so much wisdom through the help of the Holy Spirit as well. So what would you say? What would be your last word to someone who is about to get married or looking to get married, and someone who is already in marriage but looking to quit? So those are the two questions. But before you answer, which is going to be the final question, I want to show this part of the video again. Thank you very much for giving us the permission to show it. It will really help people to go back to it and see. To those online, thank you very much for coming here to watch. Pastor Adekunbi Ajayi is also a marriage. She's into marriage ministry, and I know she organizes all these couple retreat and all of these things. So I see why this is a catchy topic for you. I know you're always here to support the channel. Thank you very much for coming. I'm just hoping that people will share it and watch the videos, because there's no sin you will watch that will just be a waste of time. Every sin is a message. So I will show this before. I hope the internet will not disappoint us. I will show this very quickly while we are preparing to hear the last answer to the question. 1 minute.
What are you trying to do?
I want to speak with my wife.
There's no need. You don't have to do that. Moreover, this can just be our little secret. All I need from you is to allow me warm your bed.
I think YouTube disabled that bit, but you can see the text written when you're watching it. You will see the wisdom in what we're showing now. Just carry on watching. So this is a husband whose wife was on leave, annual leave. You watch it and see. I won't say too much because I want you to watch it. and there is someone who is willing to offer herself whilst the wife is on parental leave. If you can tell me the wisdom in that part of the scene.
What is it?
If you call me that again, stand up.
Okay, sir.
If you call me that again, I will deal with you. Frida, sir? Are you that cheap? Do you know what they call what you attempted to do? Ashewo? You want to give yourself cheaply to a man who is not your husband?
No, sir.
Are you this cheap? Are you that cheap? Not just any man. Your God's daughter's husband. You want to destroy God's institution.
I'm sorry, sir. Please forgive me.
You know what? Go in there and pack your plates out of my wife's kitchen. And then take your cheap self out of my house.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm sure a lot of people will be able to relate to, well, people who have been in that situation will be able to relate to that. Like you said, every scene is relatable. So yeah, so thank you very much. I'm not sure how to thank you for this series, because it's, it's not about preaching at people that works. Even just sitting down at in your quiet time and watching these things, you'll be like, oh, this is wisdom. I can use this. I can use that. I can, even when you see somebody in that situation, you're able to, show them the film and say, I know someone who has been in that situation before. Watch this and gain wisdom from it. Or, so let's spread the word. I just wish it was Pastor Wotoki who actually said, have you been watching the husband and wife series? I said, I watched one or two. He said, go and watch it. Those people are, they're loaded and all that. So I thought, okay, intentionally, I decided to start watching. And truly, it is. I've been skipping the very early ones. I just decided to glue myself to the recent ones. I'm sure when I finish the recent ones, then we can start going back to the older ones. But they are, it's packed with wisdom from the Holy Spirit. And thank you, Pastor Kumbi. She says, unbelievable. Yes, so many people might not know what to do in that situation, and that is wisdom. Just do like you're playing along, go and get koboko, chase that spirit out of them. But I was actually saying at that time that, why didn't this man record this thing? What if the girl goes back to tell, start saying, oh, he was trying to rape her, But funny enough, you had thought about that as well. I mean, there was well, I won't say so much. I won't say too much. People should go and watch it. Go and watch it, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So yeah, anyway, yes, Pastor Kumbi says, thank you, evangelist. Thank you. So finally, the last question. What would be your last word to those who are hoping to go into marriage? Because we know people say, oh, marriage is a scam. Some will even say marriage is like a cage. Those who are outside want to go in. Those who are in want to go out. There's so many things. They say, oh, marriage is overrated. There's so many words out there that people use about marriage. And, so I want you to give your last words to people on this, or the viewers watching. What would you say to those who are about going into it? And what would you say to those who are in it, who are thinking of quitting? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma. I want to say that marriage is the perfect will for mankind. The source of everything is sustainer thereof. If you see a car manufacturer and it says this specification is what we have made for this vehicle, it has to drive on time.
Oh, internet, don't start. Don't start internet. Okay. We're listening to evangelist Adegboyegas, and he's telling us about what advice he has for those who are going into marriage, and for those who are actually into it but are thinking of quitting.
Yeah,
Because yes, over to you.
it has to drive.
Go ahead, sir.
Wow. Okay, thank you. So I was saying that the source of everything are thereof. Whoever you manufacture a thing will tell you how best to sustain. God is the source of mankind. God created man, human being, and then the same instituted marriage and said it is not good for a man to be alone. So it does not matter how much we have grown as human beings to think that what God said was good is no longer good. We'll always be wrong till eternity. So marriage is God's perfect will for us as believers. Having that, if you are going to marriage, for younger people who are yet to be married, now most times when we approach marriage with affection. When you see someone you love, the affection is there, because you see when marriage begins to have issues, you see that most times it's those people that are having issues in marriage, they didn't start like that. That was not the way they started. Along the line, they started when affection begins to die. So when you're approaching marriage, don't just go into marriage with affection. Make sure that you are convinced the person you are getting into marriage with, because you will get to a place that affection alone will not sustain you. You have to be intentional. That okay, this is the person God has given to me as my life partner. This is the person that God has said will be my. So I'm in marriage to work. But because I tell you the truth, affection doesn't sustain marriage. Affection does not sustain marriage. It's not about marriage. And then number 3 is that make sure that as you build your marriage, you build friendship. Build friendship. If you see friends, you see people with each other. If you, I have given this example several times. My wife and I went to see an old friend in Abuja, Nigeria, and God has blessed him. As at that time, we have not seen for more than 20 years, because the last time we saw was in our secondary school. We went there. God has blessed him. He has so many members of staff working for him. As we started chatting, and then we're talking about our secondary school days. I was making jest of him. I was like, "Oh, you, this boy that be very dirty in school. You were so naughty in school. You used to bully people in school." And then we're just laughing. We're just laughing. As we had a conversation, member of the staff will come in for official duty. We attend to them, sign documents and all that. But each time the starter is switched, and then when they leave, then you switch back. Then we begin to talk and laugh. So after our conversation, I told my wife, I said, "Did you notice 2 types of relations?" I said, the first was official. The second was friendship. During, it could be blunt. He will talk to the staff and say, "I didn't ask you to do this. That's wrong. No, don't give me that. Go out. Go out." I was just looking at him. I was like, "You like this, you this boy, you this boy." He has changed. I mean, but despite that, being a friend to him, I could talk to him back at me. We could laugh over issues that would cause misunderstanding. A lot of marriages are having issues, and the things that cause issues in other marriages, and they manage them so well as friends. So if we see couples who are friends, they will not have misunderstanding, but they will settle it amicably. You know, one day someone said she was angry for days, what called the father names. That's the father-in-law. And you see some couples who call their parent names. They say, and then the lady will laugh. And the lady will say, your mother is a local woman. She cannot even speak English. And they will laugh at it. And that same thing, if you make that particular thing in other marriages, that will lead to a lot of counseling, because you bring up dispute. So if you are friends as couples, those bars that is happening in marriages, you'll be able to settle them amicably. Don't practice culture. Don't practice marriage based on what you are seeing people do in marriages. The examples you see in marriages are wrong. They are based on culture. They are not based on the Bible. When Jesus told them in John 19, when they came to him and said, and put away our wives on the premise of had said, from the beginning it was not so. In other words, after the marriage of the beginning, up to the fathers and the wives, many of them got married wrong. And these were the examples that people saw. If the Lord could say that from the beginning it was not so, so there is the kingdom marriage. There is the kingdom marriage. It doesn't matter whether it's your pastor, it's your uncle, that you have seen the examples of their marriage. Look for the kingdom marriage, and you can see that in the Bible. Talk about submissiveness, submitting to one another. That we are not a boss as a man. You are companion. Marriage will be sweet. Marriage will be purposeful if we come to the Word of God and understand the principle of regarding marriage. But my best advice to a couple is that you guys should be best of friends. Should be best of friends. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That was really loaded, powerful. We should be best of friends. If you're friends, you would, like you said, the gas boost will not happen. Okay. Thank you very much. And in this video, in this season 1 of Bridge, the name of the film is Bridge. Let me actually go there, because some people will be asking me, oh, what is the name of the film? In fact, there's so many of them. Just go on to, let me go in there. I just want people to go in there and find out all of those videos right from it. What episode are you on now? It's like right from 1. What episode are you on? If you have to choose, if you have to give us a number.
176.
170 something. Imagine you sitting down. Yeah. So thank you very much. So those are, reality of what happens before marriage, after marriage, even outside marriage, workplace, different things, friendship groups, so many things. It's all loaded. I can't emphasize it enough. It's all loaded, and I would advise anyone who just wants to relax and you finish reading your Bible and you're thinking, okay, what else can I do to refresh myself? Watch these videos. Christian drama is a thing. It's what we need. Sometimes if you've listened to messages and it's not making any effect, watch the videos, watch the drama. You will see that, oh, goodness me, it's so relatable, like you said. So thank you very much for your time. We have spent so much time. At the moment, I would just say thank you. Thank you for blessing your world. And I pray for more inspiration to make people align to the will of God in our present generation, because what we see, what we hear is very disheartening. But thank you for those videos. You're really making an impact. and fulfilling purpose. Thank you. And say me well to your wife. Maybe one of these days we will bring her on as time permits. So thank you very much. All right. Yes. So I'll let you go now because I know you have a lot to do at the moment. So thank you and thank you again. Everyone is saying thank you. Please write your comment and say thank you to Evangelist Adegboyegas for being here with us. Thank you. Have a good night. So you've heard it all. Just go to the YouTube channel of that says Ayobami Adegboyega Gospel Film TV. In fact, what I type on YouTube is husband and wife series. Once I type husband and wife series, everything comes up for you. So yeah, thank you very much for being here, staying tuned, and please watch it and you will understand why this session we've had is so important. The ministry is there. You can also support the ministry. All the details are there on how to support them so that you can see more of those videos that they do. I'm sure it's somewhere. I forgot to ask. Let me see if it's still available, if it's still around, if he wants to tell us more. Sorry, are you still there? Oh, you're still there. Thank God. You're still there. Please, sorry, sir. Could you tell us where to get more information for those who want to support the ministry? Hello, sir. Sorry, can you tell us, for those who want to support the ministry, where they can go? Is our website is there?
This of all our videos, we have our details of our accounts. Yeah, we have PayPal. We have yeah,
Okay.
under the description.
Okay, in the
Of each of the video.
So all you need to do is great. Yes.
We have Naira dollar account. We put it there.
Yes, I can see.
At the end of all our videos, you see our account.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
In this video, which is just over 2 minutes long, I want to show you how to create this.
There you go. You can see all of the videos, the description, and you'll see how to support the ministry because it is a ministry and it's blessing lives. You can read all the comments and you will see that it's actually blessing lives. So thank you very much again for joining us. Thank you to all watchers. Thank you to all of the people who have written comments. Please write your comment. What do you like most about the films of the Adegboyegas, the husband and wife series? What do you like most? Which of them has blessed you most? Let us hear from you on the comments. Thank you very much for watching, and I will say have a good night.